Live from Arkansas's breaking news leader, Fox 16 News at 9 starts now.
We begin with breaking news this evening out of Pulaski County, where officials confirm they're working a homicide at this hour.
The crime scene is located on Wilkerson Drive, which runs off Colonel Glenn Road. Details still pouring in at this hour, but the Pulaski County Sheriff's Office confirms deputies were working a shots fired call at this location when they found a deceased male victim.
They also confirmed tonight the male victim was shot.
We believe that, the possible suspect has left the area, so we are trying to develop who that might be. We're interviewing witnesses at this time, chemists in the neighborhood, trying to get more leads.
Again, details still coming into the Fox 16 newsroom. Be sure to follow us online at fox16.com and on Fox 16's Good Day tomorrow morning for the very latest.
Whether it be roommates or whatever the situation was.
3 men and a woman behind bars tonight facing capital murder charges after police say they killed a man, then dumped his body miles away from the actual crime scene.
This is a cross-county investigation. Authorities found the body of 49-year-old James Bushart on Monday in southern Independence County.
The case led investigators to Lono County, where they found the crime scene.
Fox 16's Mitch McCoy uncovering new details in the case. He's in studio with us tonight with what he's learning. Mitch.
Yeah, Kevin and Donna, good evening. Detectives are staying tight-lipped about how the victim died or a motive for the killing. Tonight, people who live nearby say they're shocked because nothing like this usually happens in their rural community.
Along Highway 89 in Lono County near Cabot.
Pretty laid back, quiet, except for the highway.
People like Doug Smith usually worry about running into dead-end roads or traffic crashes.
Fire trucks, if you have an accident, but it's usually off and on kind of stuff.
On Thursday, along that busy stretch of road, yellow tape grabs the eyes of drivers.
It's rare.
The crime scene was at that residence.
Lono County Sheriff's Captain David Bufford says detectives went to this home after investigators in Independence County found the body of 49-year-old James Bushart.
We went and located the individuals that have been arrested, interviewed them.
41-year-old Christy Dennis, 64-year-old Robert Garner, 44-year-old Robert Clark, and 41-year-old Timmy Hubben are in the Lono County Jail facing capital murder, abuse of a corpse, and tampering with physical evidence charges.
All the involved parties, the victim and the 4 suspects, did live at the residence.
It's going to happen anywhere.
While Doug beats the summer heat, he hopes his rural neighborhood finds peace.
Let's hope it doesn't happen around closer.
So many questions tonight. Authorities say some of the people are known to deputies. I'm told one of the suspects was recently arrested on narcotic violations. Kevin and Donna.
Speaking of so many questions, I don't know if you have the answer to this. What's the connection with Independence County? I mean, that's just less than 2 hours away from Lono County.
Right, and we have to be thinking the fact that once these people allegedly killed the victim, we're told that they dumped the body. They drove it from that crime scene, dumped the body in Independence County. I'm told that one of the suspects, and authorities wouldn't say which one of the suspects has some kind of connection to southern Independence County. Wouldn't say if that person owned property, if that person used to live at this area, but they said this person knows Independence County in some fashion.
Gotcha.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Mitch.
Thanks, Mitch.
New details emerging tonight in a standoff with police that turned fatal last night in Van Buren County. This all started when officers were called to a home near State Highway 9, just south of Clinton. State police say a parole absconder had barricaded himself inside, holding a 9-year-old at gunpoint. That person identified as 49-year-old William Jones. A standoff lasted for several hours until SWAT team got inside the home just after 2 a.m. Authorities say Jones pointed a gun at troopers. He was shot and died at the scene. Authorities rescued the child.
I just feel sorry for that poor baby. I mean, that's something that you don't ever really know what'll happen in the future, and nobody deserves to go through that.
The trooper who shot Jones is now on paid administrative leave, and that is standard police policy. Special agents of the Criminal Investigation Division are working to determine if the use of force was lawful.
A Fox 16 crime alert. An arrest has been made in the murder of a UA student alumna. Dallas police arrested 49-year-old Glenn Richter last night in connection to the death of 22-year-old Sarah Hudson. She was found dead inside her burning SUV Monday night in Dallas, Texas. We're told she was supposed to be out celebrating her birthday with friends, but when she didn't show up, they pinged her location. Police say Sarah died of homicidal violence, but they're not saying much more. Authorities will be testing for signs of an accelerant in her vehicle.
A father of a 3-year-old Arkansas boy who was shot earlier in the head, it happened earlier this month, eagerly awaits justice for his son. Travis Hancock spoke with us tonight. He says his son Cole was shot while walking along a Searcy County road with babysitters on August 7th. The bullet did not enter the skull and Cole survived, but Hancock recalls the moment Cole woke up at Children's Hospital.
When he woke up, he looked over at me and said, "He shot my head, Daddy, with a big gun." Oh, I was mad. I just looked at him and said, "Son, I know it." I feel like we was unlucky but lucky.
Deputies arrested Tom Wyatt for the crime. Investigators say Wyatt fired the shot from his home toward the road. He faces aggravated assault charges and remains in the Searcy County Jail.
In Florida, a Good Samaritan is being hailed a hero after stopping a young boy from being kidnapped. The delivery driver and his co-worker were out on a run when they saw the interaction on the road.
The driver calling the incident the most bizarre thing he's ever seen while driving. Ryan Hughes spoke with him about being in the right place at the right time.
He was driving reckless and the little kid walked from the truck.
Frantic moments as Angel Perez calls 911 after witnessing a 12-year-old boy jump from a moving pickup truck after police say he was kidnapped in Boynton Beach.
He jumped out and he hit the concrete face forward first.
Police say the 12-year-old was walking home from school Wednesday afternoon on Hypoluxo Road and was lured into the truck by 26-year-old Timothy Miller. Perez is a delivery driver and saw the two arguing. He says without hesitation, he jumped into action.
I had to, you know, it's in my blood. I gotta help people. I like helping people, you know.
Drivers stopped to help the boy on the road as Perez and his co-worker chased after Miller.
Stop the car. Get down. Get down on the floor. Get down on the floor right now.
Perez on the phone with 911 as he boxed Miller in and struggled to detain him until police arrived.
I had to go catch this guy because if not, he would have gone away and nobody would have been able to get him.
Boynton Beach police now asking parents to have a conversation with your kids about stranger danger.
Make sure your child's name is not visible on their backpack. That if someone who is a stranger calls out their name, perhaps they would be willing to get into the car with them because they're being called by name.
These two men are both fathers and now being hailed as heroes.
If I get a chance to talk to the parents to see how he's doing, I'll be more than happy. You guys got my number, you can call me up, and I really, you know, if I can help with anything, I'll be more than happy to.
A crime alert tonight. An investigation is underway in Phillips County after someone cut down a memorial tree dedicated to the victims of the Elaine massacre. The willow tree was just dedicated back in April. The state is planning to replace it. Historians argue the 1919 event was the deadliest race riot in American history. Mary Olson with the Elaine Legacy Center believes this is more than just vandalism and says it is being investigated as a possible hate crime. State officials will visit the site tomorrow.
The 100th anniversary of that event is coming up.
I know, and that's so unfortunate that someone would cut down that tree. It's heartbreaking.
Doesn't make sense.